Hey, what's up guys, and welcome in this new tutorial where I'm gonna show you 5 simple ways to write better tech house basslines. So as the title suggests, we're only gonna talk about the MIDI, so how to actually write the bassline. If you wanna see video on how to process the bassline, we already have one on our channel. So for this tutorial we're gonna use our new tech house sample pack called Encoded, which is a tech house pack inspired by the sound of Sid, Cloverdale, DJ Susan and many more, and it contains a lot of MIDIs, one-shots, loops, and if you wanted to check it out, the link is in the description. So first of all, let's take a listen of the loop that we have here. As you can see, we only have a kick drum, top loop, percussion loop and the bass line. So the first technique, which is not really a technique, but it's more a suggestion, is to pick the right key. So for example, here we are in C minor, and this gives this kind of dark, groovy feeling. If we move in G sharp or in A minor, the tone of the track will change immensely. And this is what really differentiates a lot of tech house track. So you have, for example, the John Summit groovy dark tech house track, which are in these lower keys, so G, D, and you have some kind of tracks like, for example, Fisher, which are in these higher keys, and as you can hear, the feeling is completely different. So for now we will stick with our C minor scale. So the second tip is octave jumps. So on this one, as the name suggests, we will have to put some notes an octave higher, so in this case from C3 to C4, but there is also a better way to do that. So in Ableton, if you select the scale function, you can then select, for example, C minor, which is this case, and instead of jumping an octave, you can simply put your note in one of these highlighted notes. So for example, instead of going one octave higher, which is this case, we can go in A sharp, we can go in G sharp, we can go in G, we can go in F, but we can also go down. For example, we can go in G sharp, and this is a really cool method in Ableton. It's super easy to detect the right notes. Then another method which is really used a lot in the tech house bassline is adding some swing. In Ableton you have the possibility to select really a lot of swing. What we like to use is the MPC 3016-61. And to do that, you can simply load it here in this groove section that you enable by clicking this waves button, and then on the MIDI channel itself you will see groove. You're gonna select the swing MPC 3000 and then you're gonna click on the arrows. So as you can see, some notes have changed position to adapt to the groove, and this is how they sound. So for this bassline you don't hear that big of a difference, but for example, if you're producing some kind of more groovy, minimal deep tech tracks in the style of, I don't know, maybe Chris Tassi of Thoman, this kind of groove is really useful, and it's what we do in most of our productions. Then we have 2 more tips. The first one is the pitch bend. This is something that John Summit uses a lot and that he also did in his production tutorials. And basically, if you go into the MIDI and in the automation section, you have to select MIDI control and pitch bend. And from here, you can simply design the pitch bend of a note. So like this, for example, or here. And this trick is really useful to add some variation and in general to go from one note to the other. Also in tech house you can create some really nice groove with this technique. And the final one is gonna be ghost notes. So what you wanna do, for example, in this empty space you can add some really super short notes like this one, and it will help fill these blank spaces and add some groove as well. So this is really useful technique for more of the funky kind of tech house tracks, but also in this case when we have some empty spaces we can easily insert this note and it will help us with the overall groove. So yeah, that's all for this tutorial. Don't forget to check out Coded from the link in the description below. Also, let us know what tutorial would you like to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!